let's hear from the world number one, as right now he is joining the media out at TPC Craig Ranch.
Scottie, first off, thanks for wearing some white, because I couldn't have seen you if you weren't wearing white on that last hole. Tell me about the decision to go ahead and finish 18.
I mean, I think if we were going to come back, we were going to come back pretty early in the morning. So I think even if finishing 18 would have cost me a shot, I think it would have saved me a shot tomorrow based on energy, not having to come out here early and then wait, 5 hours or so to tee off. So I was definitely, once they gave us the go-ahead to finish, I was definitely very anxious to finish.
I don't know if you had your best stuff today, but you started with a 6-shot lead. You take an 8-shot lead into the final round. That's good golf.
Yeah, it was good golf. I did a good job getting it around today. I definitely wasn't as sharp as I was the last 2 days, but overall I posted a pretty good score. And over a 72-hole tournament, you're going to have days, or typically at least one day, where your swing's not firing on all cylinders like it was the first 2 days. And it's all about how you kind of battle through that. And today I did a good job, and hopefully tomorrow I'll swing a little better.
Get some rest.
Thanks.
Scottie, at any point out there, did you think that you might not finish tonight?
Yeah, when we got to the third tee and there was 2 groups on it, and I'm like, how's this possible? But I didn't really think about it other than that. Once we were on the back nine, I felt like we were going to finish. I'm kind of an optimist when it comes to stuff like that, and I knew they were going to do everything they could to get us around. Nobody wants to come back in the morning, and so we were fortunate to get done.
How was it to play the last hole? How well could you actually see?
I couldn't see very well, but I finished in the dark many times growing up, so it's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
So that the approach on 18, you basically couldn't see anything once you swung?
I saw the ball take off, and then after that, I was just kind of waiting to see what happened. I saw it take off the way I wanted to, but after that, yeah, I couldn't see that far. Really, I'd say the most challenging part was, reading a green. I think in the dark is probably the most challenging.
Have you allowed yourself to think about tomorrow, or has it just been crazy to just finish today?
I just walked off the golf course, so tomorrow's not really a concern of mine right now.
Right. Well, it is your hometown event, and you've been excited to play all week. And no one since Scott Verplank, no high school graduate of Dallas, has won the Nelsons for Plank in 07. What would that mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. This tournament's been really good to me over the years. It was my first professional start in 2014. They gave me a spot when I was in high school, and had a great week. And this tournament means a lot to me. I grew up coming out here to watch, and tomorrow should be a fun day and a good opportunity for me to go out and have a good round and hopefully win a tournament.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Oh, one more?
No, that's good. That's fine.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Jordan.
Scottie Scheffler, certainly no stranger to this position, leading through 54 holes. Looking at his most recent events where he has held the lead at this point in the tournament, he has won the last 4 events, most recently the Tour Championship when he was leading by 5 through 54 holes. So you can see when he puts himself in this position, he is one of the great closers that we have got in this game right now. But Trip, let me just pose you this, because yes, of course, he is playing some remarkably good golf, and you absolutely cannot dispute that. But if someone wakes up tomorrow morning and reads the headline, Scottie Scheffler's leading by 8, they're going to think, wow, Scottie's back. He's, going to be a #1 contender in all the majors this season, which he will. But you look at the field, there was only 7 of the top 50 in the world who started this week. He's competing on one of the easiest courses that they see all year on the PGA Tour. He's in his hometown. Is this 8-shot lead representative of how good his golf is, or is the competition perhaps not quite as tough as we will see down the line for the rest of the season?
I don't care where you are, anywhere on any tour, when you build an 8-shot lead, and if it's the PGA Tour, which are the best players in the world, yes, some of the other top-ranked players are not in this field, but if they were, they would still be about 8 shots behind, unless it was someone like a Rory McIlroy clicking on all cylinders. That would be the only way that you see that separation, because I guarantee you it would be no different if this was a signature event on this, unless there was, like I said, one of the top players getting really, really hot. But one of the things I love about what he said there is, well, 2 things. Is one, he said the decision to finish, because some people would have said, he said, well, even if it would have cost me 1 shot finishing in the dark, it would have saved me a shot tomorrow, in the fact that I would have had to get up at 4 a.m. and go through a process to warm up and then have to warm up again. So great decision making by Scottie Scheffler, and that shows where he is in the moment, thinking, currently confidently and making great decisions. And that's one of the keys to playing great golf. The other key to playing great golf is, as he said, in a 72-hole race, in a 72-hole tournament, you're going to have a stretch where you're not on all cylinders. You're not firing. I talked about it before. Today was that day. And Anna, he shot 5 under par without his best stuff. That says everything that you need to know about Scottie Scheffler. So he would separate himself from even the best players in the world right now, the way he's playing, and he's going to have a ton of confidence heading to the PGA at Quail Hollow.